everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna do a good old try it on new makeup haul. This is the latest things that I bought at Sephora, so I'm going to just try them for the first time with you. So let's just right jump to it because I have been waiting to do this. I got the Kosas Cloud Set Bake Setting and Smoothing. I got it in the shade, I think it is Comfy Sheer Medium. I got the One Size Turn Up the Base Butter Silk Concealer in the shade Light 4 Neutral with rosy undertones. I'm late in the game, but it doesn't even really matter because I'm also a makeup artist, so I really wanted to get this palette for bridal makeup. This is the Huda Beauty Rose Quartz eyeshadow palette. I really wanted the Kosas. This is the Revealer Skin Improving Foundation with Broad Spectrum SPF 25, and I got it in the shade Light Medium Neutral 200. It doesn't matter if a foundation said that it has SPF, you need to apply SPF. This isn't enough, and for it to be enough, you will have to keep on reapplying during the day, and we don't do that. Don't skip applying your broad spectrum because of foundation. I also got the Dior Forever Skin Corrector. This is in the shade 2.5N. Yes. I was asking for the new one, but to be perfectly honest, I think I didn't got the new one. No, this isn't the new one. And I asked for that one, but it was my bad. But still, I really love how this corrector looked. I need to buy that one. That is the I don't remember, but it is the new one. That is a round tube component something. We have a couple of new products. I'm going to fill in with what I don't have, and I think I'm gonna leave the Dior one for some other opportunity that I can use it. I really wanted the Kosas one. It wasn't available in my shade, so I didn't got it. I got what I could see in the store that I could not just try it on, but make sure that it was my shade. So without any more further ado, let's just start. I'm going to start with the Kosas one. As I said, this is the shade Light Medium Neutral. Oh, this expires on the 7th of 2023. This is the actual packaging. I really have been enjoying Kosas. I like the tinted SPF, which is in the white bottle with the black cap. Not everybody likes that, but I really enjoy that. It is the oil something drops. So I was really curious about this foundation because everybody's raving about it. And Kosas, it is a brand that I keep a little bit of track of. I like the yellow cap. And yeah, let's see. The shade that is supposed to be mine, but when you try something at Sephora, that lighting, it is really bad. Not shaming Sephora, but it is a fact. I just put one full pump in the back of my hand. My skin type, it is normal, and I'm more towards a light coverage. I do not practice a medium coverage in myself, but if I have to, I would, but it's not my preference. And I'm going to use this brush. This is supposedly to be for a bronzer application, but I really enjoy it for a foundation because of the flatness of it. It has a flower imprint in it. This is from Alamar Cosmetics. And now I'm going to blend this. If you do pressing motions, you will get a lot more coverage. If you do buffing, you will get a sheer coverage. So that's why in the areas where I think that I have a little bit of more problems, I stipple, which is this pressing motion. And where I do not think that I need more coverage, I just buff. But later on in the game, I will buff everything into my complexion to make sure that everything is well blended. Sure to blend properly your complexion products in your hairline. Also apply a little bit of it in your ears and in your neck to make sure that everything looks cohesive and you don't look like you're wearing a mask, which is not good looking. So far, so good. My skin really does look like skin. I enjoy that. I don't know if you can build this up. I think that yes, you can do, but as I said, I like in myself a natural looking skin, and I do not mind that my freckles or sunspots like this one and the ones that I have here in my hairline show through. I just like to look polished, put together, that I have a nice even out complexion and not that I'm wearing makeup per se. I really like the luminosity that my skin is having, but I'm not sure if it is because of the Kosas foundation or because I use the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enrich Face Base, which usually give this luminosity to the skin. That's why I like it a lot. I'm gonna go for the One Size Beauty. It has a really different doe foot applicator. It is smaller and also it has that angle cut. It has a triangular shape. My problematic area are this crevice here in my eyes. I don't have a lot of darkness in my under eyes, so this is where I always apply my concealer. But for this video, I'm going to apply a little bit here and the sides of my nose because I have a little bit of redness there. But as I said, usually I don't mind and I don't take the time to cover that. And let's just highlight a little bit the bridge of the nose and the center of my forehead just to see what it does. I have a little bit of redness here. I think I'm just developing a little bit of a pimple there. So let's just cover that up just to see what this concealer can offer us. Also, I'm gonna use my Sephora 57 brush to blend this. I'm gonna start first with the center of my forehead, then with the bridge of my nose, the sides of my nose. When I'm doing this stuff first because I want this to dry up a little bit more to get more from the concealer. But this concealer, as I said already, it is a full coverage one. Usually I don't go for this concealer, but the reviews of it says that it looks so natural without looking cakey, but it gives you and it offers you full coverage without the downsides that usually comes from full coverage concealers. And I'm starting to vouch for that because look how nice looks my crevice area here. And then I didn't apply much. So with that small dots that you saw, I got so much coverage. See this area here that it isn't reflecting on much. If I wanted to be really picky about the coverage, I could use a small dot there, but I do not mind, and I do like it a lot. Yes. It isn't too tacky. It doesn't look too hydrating. It looks perfect. It has a natural finished, which, yes, now I understand why people like this a lot. Usually what people raves about, I don't see why they rave so much because my experience usually don't go along with that, but today I'm really happy that it does. Now I'm gonna use the powder. It says that it's a bake setting powder. Some people recommend it to set your entire face, including your under eye. Some people said that it shouldn't, that it doesn't look good setting your under eye, but I'm gonna do the trick that I have been doing lately, which is a damp, almost dry sponge. This has been a game changer for me because now I can use much powders that I don't have any creasing, by the way. So I'm just gonna press this in my under eye. It has a little bit of luminosity, this powder, So that's why I think people said that do not use this to set your under eye. As you can see in the pan, you just see a regular baked powder. But in the skin, you do get some reflection to it. My under eye look very nice. They look set and they feel set, but it isn't emphasizing anything. We're gonna come back because I'm gonna do my eye look. By the way, if you're hearing a lot of birds singing in the background, it is that my neighbor's bird cage, it is exactly on top of the fence that they and I share. So yeah, it's going to be heard a lot. So sorry for all that background noise. But regardless of that, I have done my entire complexion. Now I'm just priming my lids as always. I'm using my Milani eyeshadow primer. This is the component of the eyeshadow palette. And this is the color story of her. Love, 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 love. It looks a little bit like the retrograde, but they aren't the same. This one in the middle, name Love Stone. It has a balm on top of it, and it is more like a eyeshadow topper. I don't know if you can appreciate. At least you see the reflection of the balm thing, but it has little bit of speck of glitters, blue, pink. Since we are in spring, I'm gonna do kind of a spring look. Yay! Yes. But I'm really curious about this shade here. So this is the swatch of it. Oh, wow. There. I could use this as an all over shade. This one here. Let's see where I can put this so it won't go on top of the balm. There, it is such a lovely shade. Bronze with a pink shift to it. Nice. Magic, which is this one here, because it looks lilac, a metallic light lilac, but then it shifts to a kind of a pink. Is exactly that. There you have the lilac and there you have the pink. Self-love. Look at it, and it has kind of a beige plus white mix or mosaic kind of a mix, but when you apply it, it shifts to pink. This one here, it shifts to pink, a light pink, but then it has a little bit of, I don't know, like rose gold, a little bit of beige in it. Nice. It is this kind of a shades that you will need to see it in person to get the gist of them. Now we are gonna start with the shade Serenity, and this will give me a little bit of definition to my crease and my outer corner area. Now I'm doing first the pressing motions over my natural crease. Why? Because I have downturned eyes, so I need to give my eye a little bit of a lift so it won't look so droopy. This eyeshadow self blend, I applied it higher in the middle ending part of my eye, and when I go towards this inside part of my eye, I turn it a little bit downwards to help this lifting part be more noticeable. I'm applying a little bit in my outer V. I think I'm gonna go to the shade Happiness. I'm gonna use the same brush, just the other side of it, and this one I'm going to press it into my mobile lid, which is the space that I have left. As I said, I'm just pressing it into this space here. Make sure to take care of your lash line. There, now I'm gonna go to the shade. I think I'm gonna do a mix. I'm gonna mix Joy with Moon Magic, taking a touch of both, and I'm gonna press this into my mobile lid. Nice, nice, nice. But I think I'm gonna take a little bit more of Joy, which is the rose one. light it up a little bit more. And yeah, have the mix of that purple shift and that rosy shift. This is the balmy thing. And let's see if it does give something different to it. It feels strange to be applying this balm. I'm gonna go to this shade named Abundance. Yeah, I'm gonna use this detailed brush. This is the smudger brush from Sigma. This is the E21. I'm going to apply it on top of my bottom lashes, starting in the ending part of my eye. And when I go to the last third of my bottom lashes, that this will be the area near my tear duct. Here I'm going to apply a little bit more, not so thin. There. Something subtle, but with enough opacity that is giving me definition there. I think I'm gonna go to this dark shade here named Mantra, and I'm going to smudge this just in the last third of my top lashes, meaning this area here, just to smoke a little bit that area, so I will look a little bit more, let's just say, sultry and mysterious, and that will give me also a thicker lash line. And I'm using the same smudger brush that I had been using for my bottom lashes. I'm gonna go to Self Love with the same brush. I took away the excess from it because it was a dark shade what I was using before. And I'm going to press it in my inner corner, not covering what I got in my bottom lashes, just complementing the space that I had there and blending it towards my top makeup. I'm going to come through my lash extensions. I'm going to apply mascara in my bottom part, and I'm gonna do lips because I didn't buy anything for lips. It almost took me a lifetime to get to the point of where the lip thing that I had going on, it really satisfied me. So yeah, it just took a little bit of the same eyeshadow that I had in my eyes to get me to that place. So yeah, this is this is a mix. Now I'm going to give the finishing touches to my entire complexion. I'm using this MAC 150 brush to buff the cloud setting powder to my entire complexion. This is the entire look using a couple of new things that I bought at Sephora. My recapping everything is that the Kosas Revealer Skin Improving Foundation, it says that it's a medium coverage, but as you saw, I apply a sheer layer of this so you can build it up. Question answered. You need to set this foundation because it doesn't set entirely. It feels a little bit tacky to the touch. One is a plus. I love how my complexion looks. Also, the concealer from One Size Beauty. This is a hooray because it really covered a lot, and also remember, you can take a full advantage of what a product can do if you apply a lot more than what I did. But that's the way that I like the things in myself. So you can use a full coverage concealer and get a lighter coverage just by using less. The next product that we used was the Huda Beauty Rose Quartz eyeshadow palette. That one I knew that I was going to like it a lot, but the shade in the middle, the Love Stone one, this was a surprise because it has a balm cover to it that is going to be like sticky to the touch, but it doesn't move while you are like blinking because I have that in my mobile lid. It doesn't perform like a gloss in your lids. It haven't creased, it haven't moved, it's just stay there. But a quick tip it is that you cannot like swipe it in your lid. You need to press it to your lid, because if not, it's going to remove what you have underneath it. So besides that, this performed so nice. And the powder, the cloud powder from Kosas, really nice. It applies really easily. It's such a nice product. Baked products usually are great for your complexion, but just a thing that I want to point out, it has a little bit of luminosity in it. So if you used it to set your under eye, remember that you will look luminous in your under eye. So if you have something that you want to diminish or not be noticeable, stay away from this to set your under eye. But when you use it as a finishing powder, you can just apply it all over your complexion, including your under eye, because you use a fluffy and big brush to do that. That will give you such a nice, healthy, natural glow from within. So this is what we have so far. I really hope that you like it as much as I do, because I really love how my complexion looks. This is the kind of complexion finish that I enjoy in myself. So sweet, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. I really appreciate it. And if you want to get notified every time I upload a video, press the notifications bell. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.